Okay. Alright. Today, or last night, I had a problem with my Moto G cell phone. It would not turn on. Now, I had looked and looked and looked on the internet and found the solutions that other people had used that had worked for some people. It's fixed now, but I'm going to show you what they did. They held the volume key down, and then they pushed the power key. Held it for sometimes as long as 2 minutes, but mine just pops right on now. So that's badass. So, it would not respond to any of it. I had to go more seriously into this device. They say right here under the cover of the Moto G, right here, because the thing is it died. Once your Moto G dies, it doesn't have enough electricity to go on. It's not completely dead. This is the thing. No cell phone battery is ever completely drained of electricity. You need at least 3.3 volts of electricity to run a device. That's the minimum requirement for a data bit to be high or on. If it's not 3.3 volts, it's likely that the electronic device is not going to work. So, no battery is ever completely dead. They said, "Oh, yes, it's a dead phone." My phone was dead. It was charged down to 0. I just didn't know it. I thought it was charged, but no, I was wrong. So there's leftover electricity from the battery, because it's probably at 3 volts or 2.9 volts of electricity left. And so that is interfering with it from starting rebooting the system. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the back cover off, right? And there's 14 little screws. You get a star-tipped screwdriver. And what size is this? This is a star-tipped. It's 4, size 4. So just go around real quick. Remove all those. Let's see if I can't make it easier for you to see here. Remove all these screws. I'm doing this because I was going to take this back to the store. I was not going to keep it. I was going to say, "What the fuck's wrong with your phone? You need to get me a replacement." I was even going to ask for an upgrade. Imagine that. But I was so pissed off with it not working. And since I'm an electrician, I decided, fuck it. I have enough knowledge. Let's go crack this puppy open and see what the fuck may have gone wrong. Little did I know what I did. Well, hold on. I'll just get to that in a second. My dad was real pissed at me too, or not pissed, but he laughed because he thought I was gonna fuck up the phone. But this could happen to anybody's phone. If it dies and you don't get it on the charger fast enough, it could happen to any one of your guys' phones. It's probably why you're watching this video right now. So this takes some time. There's 14 fucking screws. So excuse my French for any of those well-adjusted gentlemen or young women out there. Oh, God. God damn, my arm is getting sore. I probably unscrewed this thing like 5 times to see what was wrong with it. And one more screw. Alright. So now the device is ready to open. You just get your fingernail in there, right? Get your fingernail in there and slide, pop. 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 So, as I said before, none of the solutions that had some people get results worked for me. Nothing worked for me. Not one thing. And I was scared because I thought I may have done something to it. No, I didn't do something to it. I just didn't get it on the charger fast enough. And so it depleted down to 0. This was a lot easier to open up last night. Well, that's because there's still fucking screwing. Excuse my French again. No shit, Sherlock. They call me MacGyver, but what MacGyver leaves a fucking screw in the device is he's ready to take it apart, or so he thinks. So, this is it opened up. This is what you're going to need to do. Right here is the battery clip. The clip that just snaps onto the circuit board, powering the motherboard with the battery power. So you just want to get your fingernail right there under that little pin and just snap it off. Now this is all you're going to do. That's all you need to do. Snap it off and let it sit for 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes with the battery off of it. After you have let it sit for 5 minutes, you're going to get your wall charger and you're going to plug it in to the phone. It will do this. That is when I almost started crying. When I saw this little light turn on, I was fucking so happy. So, this is what I did. I assembled it. This is the thing. You cannot unplug the charger. While you are reassembling the cell phone, you must keep the charger on it at all times. But, first thing you do, snap the battery back in place. Once you got that, just... my buttons, damn it. Put the buttons back. You don't want to put it back together and find out you fucking misplaced the buttons. So, as you're putting it back together, rejoice, smile, grab a beer, make a cocktail, smoke a joint, whatever you do to celebrate your triumphant battle from hell. Just clip it back together. And then put the screws back in. Oh, yes. But you guys can get that far. Some of the screws on my device have it's kind of destroyed the threads in the plastic that keeps the screw locked into the plastic case. So I'm going to use super glue to recreate that thread connection. I'm ending the video here. My name is Kyle Sanders, and I am glad to have been of service to you guys who have been struggling out there with your fucking Moto G, or even if it's not a Moto G, sometimes it can happen with other phones as well. It depends on how it's built. So, this is me signing off. Leave your comments in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys, see if it worked, because this worked for me and nothing was working whatsoever. Not one thing was working for me. And so when I saw the light turn on after I plugged it in, I was like, fuck it. What's it gonna do if I just plug it in without the battery in there? And I had the battery unplugged for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just examining the board, seeing if there was damage. There was no damage. It was just leftover energy in various parts of the devices scattered, leftover electricity that wouldn't allow it to boot properly or even be recognized. So once that electricity is all drained out, you use a good power connection. You put in your battery charger, 5 volts, right? 5 volts is its maximum for a bit to be high or on. So, oh, see, I'm assembling it already. I gotta fix the screws. So, thanks for watching.